This sport touring road eater rounds out BMW's mid-range lineup, now sharing the road with the adventurous F800GS and the naked roadster, the F800R. Like its brothers, the GT sports the same liquid-cooled 798cc fuel-injected parallel twin, mated to a slick 6-speed tranny and belt final drive. Under the fairing is a lightweight cast aluminum frame sporting a 43mm fork, matched with a very nice pair of ABS-assisted 320mm floating discs. Bolstering the cast aluminum parts list is the rear swing arm and wheels. The GT's windscreen is adjustable, so too the saddle, which can be set to 3 different seat heights. The GT even has optional ESA, electronic suspension adjustment. Very nice indeed. Sampling the F800 for us this week is longtime viewer and Suzuki V-Strom 650 owner, Jeff K.
F800 GT, Grand Touring, Sport Touring. A little bit of luggage,
Yep.
windshield, some fairing coverage.
Yep.
Let's hit the road. What did you think when you first tried this out?
You know what? This is a great bike. As I've always said, BMW doesn't make a bad bike. This is another example. I think you said that it's a frame and a motor that has variations.
Yeah.
This is the latest iteration. It's a sport touring model. I would have to say that it tends more towards the sport than the touring, but having said that, it's very user-friendly. I think this is a bike that almost everyone could ride with a good degree of pleasure.
Right. That power plant, they use it in a bunch of different models. It's fuel efficient, it's got some vibration to it and a bit of character, but when you get up on the highway, it's smooth, right?
Yes, it's smooth. You know, you get it on the highway if you need to grab a handful of throttle to pass some trucks, it's there. Likewise in the city, you know, pretty well no matter where you are in the gear selection, it's very usable power.
How did you like the stopping?
Well, the first time I grabbed a handful of front brake, I almost went over the bars. I mean, the Brembo twin discs are just unbelievably effective. I mean, you know, it's one finger stopping, no matter how much deceleration you need.
So it's set up with a really nice fairing and you know, quite a large fairing given what we're seeing in terms of trends these days. Wide handlebars. What's the riding position like for you?
Well, it's interesting. Your legs are in a quasi-racing position. Your knees are at much better than 90 degrees. Not uncomfortable, but it is a low seat. And the tank, you know, you've got the tank at about chest level here. It feels like it's a very aggressive forward position. I don't think it actually is,
right.
Although you think that you're hunched over and ready for the track. But if you catch yourself in a window at a stoplight, you think, well, I'm not really leaning over that much. I'm 6 feet tall, about the same size, and sitting on this bike, you are getting the wind in the full in the face with the helmet and the shoulders and chest. You can feel it. You know, the only time you're really out of the wind is if you're doing like a full Danny Pedrosa, you know, tucked down behind the windscreen.
How did you find just the overall fit and finish of the machine?
Well, it's beautiful. It's got some really nice touches. You know, the way the bodywork comes around. You've got these accents here with the black. The bags, the cases on the back, pretty ingenious. You know, you turn the key one way, you pop the button, it falls open. Same with the top cases.
Yep.
Because I think this is really very much a sport bike. You know, you might want to consider taking the cases off in the pit lane, filling them with ice and beer, and then using them as coolers after you've done hot laps on this thing. Because this bike, I'll tell you what, you could take this thing out on the track and you could do laps. You could do hot laps and chase the R6s around on this thing. It's nimble, it's fast, and it's really the kind of bike that you want to go on it. It's not a coast-to-coast bike. It's a you know, sporty, with the option for the touring. But I think this would be a terrific sort of entry-level sport touring bike for someone who maybe started out with the sport bikes and wanted to get into the longer distance touring. That would be my thought.
Nice job, Jeff.
Pleasure as always.
Great job.